In the beginning, there was nothing. Then I showed up! What's up, guys? It's DUB Universe, and I don't think I actually got a chance to say this, but one of the main reasons, again, while I'm not really doing any other type of reactions right now, is because I'm currently moving. I'm about to move from this location to another location because due to my new internship over in downtown Austin, it would be better if I'm closer to my actual job area. So instead of taking like 3.5 hours or so to get to one location every single day, and then taking 3 hours to get back, making it so it's like 6 to 7 hours of my entire life just on a bus or walking, I'm about to be moving to another apartment. So this also, I'm going to explain more about this in the end if you want to hear about it, but I just want to let that just go out right now. Like, that's the main reason. I'm currently in a moving process. And I know excuse after excuse after excuse, but I promise, I have promised, I at least 25% sure that once I'm by myself in my own apartment and I can just get to places and have a lot more time in my hands, I can do more reactions. I will be doing a live stream / update video about my new arrangements, and then I'll see what I can do. The one thing I do want to do when it comes to being on this channel is get as much content out as possible and actually, deliver on my Patreon stuff as soon as possible. I'm feeling really bad at the moment, and I'm not just talking about the job ethics and the commute I'm still going through. I'm more along the lines of this channel has just become just like I'm getting to the MLP episodes and that's it. I understand, and I'll explain more like after the reaction because that's what you all guys are here for. And Will said I should be excited for this one, particularly because he saw it yesterday, and this is Sunday, not Saturday. So let's get started. Ooh, okay. 3, 2, 1, now. Okay. I like how they just started off with just my boy.
I'll deal with it when I'm done.
Oh, we get the villain episode.
Anything that nosy little Pegasus says. Don't trust anything any of you say.
Neutral should be.
Are you planning on attacking any pony anytime soon? If not, I don't know why I'm wasting my time here.
Give my boy a minute. Oh my god.
I'm leaving, since it's impossible to accomplish the work I need to do here. I suggest the three of you come to some kind of accord. You must learn to work together.
It's like, shut up.
When can we accomplish what you
Make nice.
desire? The defeat of Twilight Sparkle and her friends.
I'll bring the chaotic evil magic. Chrysalis, you, I don't know, distract him with energy beams and distract him with, like, turning into them. Except Pinky, she could take that. T-Rex, you drain their magic somehow, and Cozy Glow, you just kind of, I don't know, pick up a rock and throw it. If you can do that, I'm pretty sure you can't. Oh my god, I am so happy. Yeah, see, this is why having Will as a best friend is also very great. He pretty much hyped me up in this episode, and it is worth it. And exactly what I wanted from last week. I'm like, okay, we're gonna get episodes pertaining to the villains anytime, because I want them to do stuff before the ending. Because, still a kid show, good guy's gonna win, but I want to see my bad guys do some bad guy stuff.
Teamwork like an inspirational banner. When Grogar sees
Wow.
this, he'll realize there's no way he can
Frenemies.
survive without me.
Here we go.
You're gonna have to exercise a lot to get as big as you were when you absorbed the life force of all those ponies.
I know.
Anywho, Grogar wants us all to work together, so I've scheduled a team meeting. Doesn't that sound fun? And since Grogar left me in
He's getting
charge,
annoyed.
No, you didn't.
someone's a real grumpy tour today. If we aren't meeting,
You're really pushing it.
I could just stay and offer positive and inspiring.
Fine. I'll join your meeting. Just leave.
See you soon.
I like how T-Rex is really holding himself in, because he can clearly drain her magic right now. He is that powerful at this point.
I could lash out at any moment.
And how are you doing this fight?
How do you think I'm doing? I'm ready to exact my revenge.
Being
Oh my
cooped up
God.
with nothing to do is the worst.
She's gone completely mental.
A team meeting.
I don't do meetings.
Grogar left me in charge.
No, he didn't. And even if he did, Chrysalis obeys no one.
Fairy cupcakes. Grogar wants
It's like, I won't even question how you got to make these here, but...
If we are to trust
Oh my God. Are you serious?
inform Lord T-Rex to stop trying to absorb my essence.
What?
I wasn't doing anything of the sort. How dare you?
I'm like, is he really just
Do
trying
you know to whom you are speaking?
How could I not?
Got it back.
Your log every 5 minutes.
this.
That's a very specific log, and I wonder if they're gonna do something with that.
He didn't.
Oh, we're gonna get a... No. 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 Yes!
I know a way that we can grow. Time to try something new, something better.
Oh God.
So low, trust is the way to go. And all we need to do is work together.
Ah, please. No thanks. No way. I feel the need to say.
Yes!
Smarter, stronger, and I don't need you too.
No.
Stronger? Okay. I guess we'll downplay how bad you got your rear end handed to you.
You got your rear handed to you twice.
Time to try a better way to be bad.
Do we really need a better way to be bad?
United
Yes.
as one.
Teamwork, please. What a fad.
Combine all our strength. We'll go to any length once we have a better way to be bad. Let's begin. This time we're gonna win.
Looks like I'm gonna have to teach you how to be better villains.
You're in. I think I see a grin.
For all this pain and torture, I swear you'll pay.
This time we've got a better way to be
This is so weird, adorable at the same time.
Way to be bad.
united as one. We'll make those ponies so sad.
If we say okay, would you just go away?
We have a better way to be bad.
That's the only way you're gonna get rid of her.
Friendship, we want to make them weak. You want revenge on Starlight. You want that huge physique. So let's increase our chances by working as a team to
so
crush
good.
our enemies to death and laugh as they all scream.
I gotta say,
I see a better way to be bad.
Just put me in charge, make me queen. You'll be glad.
No, listen to me. I'm the best of us three.
Then you'll see a better way to be bad.
I like how this episode is legitimately.
Being a better way to be bad.
You shall do as I command. I will rule this triad.
Hey, this
No.
is my song.
See, this is-
Not any longer.
This is exactly what I mean.
Now you're making me mad.
Won't the ponies be sad?
That would make me so glad.
Now we've got a better way to be bad.
It's a mutual agreement, not a partnership.
My cue.
Well, I did not.
This is not that's how it's supposed to work.
Enough!
My boy needs to get him straight.
Resolved your differences, but apparently not.
Perhaps if we knew what the plan was, we would be better able to prepare.
Hey, hope is like the sun. If you just believed in it when it was here, you wouldn't last through the night.
It's an object of power, and it occurs to me this is the perfect test. The three of you will work together to retrieve it. Against this item, those ponies won't stand a chance.
I have come close to ruling Equestria several times.
Several
Perhaps
times.
I should be the one to lead us.
I nearly drained all the magic from Equestria. That was good.
Oh, I actually did it.
All the magic of Equestria.
Take that.
Feel it flowing through my body as I grew.
You guys are so
insulted all my
Don't piss my boy off.
Failed.
Don't do that.
Twilight Sparkle and her friends.
You all fail.
My
That's it.
power is greater than all of yours combined. This is but a fraction of it.
And I don't even have my belly yet.
Now you shall retrieve the rest of it.
quintessentially, this is, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is already just, bar none, my favorite episode, period.
The self-righteous Gusty the Great, unable to best me face to face, stole my bewitching bell.
Coward.
Talisman containing much of my own magic. The bell cannot be destroyed. So Gusty hid it in a place it has taken me millennia to discover.
Just find me, man. I got you.
High atop Mount Everest.
Thanks to Caprion, we can make you stronger.
Magical winds that prevent any pony from reaching its peak. There the bell has remained until now. Scale Mount Everhoof. Bring me back my bell.
The ease of this task is laughable.
Really? Alright. Wow, we actually get an adventure with the villains. An adventure with the villains! I would never have thought of this in Season 1.
Retrieve Grogar's bell.
Together!
Like a team!
Plan with several visual aids to show how we can ditch each other and do it alone.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm waiting for them at the top, then they'll appreciate me.
Let's see if you can turn it into something that can handle the wind. Or, you know, you can just do it in base. I don't know if, you know, the best idea. Overconfidence is your weakness. Or, you know, your strength.
Anything on the mountain is scarier than I.
She doesn't even have to turn into anything scary. She just did it. Whoa. When the wind is so strong, it just bucks your dirt back at you.
There? A pony? There ain't been ponies around here, and I don't know how many moons.
Time to do what she does best.
Golly,
Be a kid.
sir, I'm just a poor lost pony looking for help.
Oh, don't fret, little filly. Old Rusty Bucket here at your service.
They all have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Glad I found you. I need help getting to the top of the mountain.
No can do, ma'am.
Why not?
That was fast. Okay, you can clearly see that she's not as used to rejection as now, thanks to her loss.
I'm the guardian of this here mountain. It's my job to keep ponies from heading up.
Are
Nothing at
you-
the top but dangerous snow, dangerous ice, and dangerous wind. Basically, it's dangerous.
Really?
It must get lonely all by
Are you
yourself.
self-promoted, or did someone say that you are?
I'd love a friend.
So now that we are friends, you could help me up the mountain.
That is sound logic.
Asking to do something I'm not supposed to do.
Especially when we just met.
Journal of Friendship, written by Twilight Sparkle and her friends.
Well, look at that.
Are you kidding me?
Jesus.
I didn't want to.
You're lucky an avalanche didn't just come down, man, but... Alright. Jeez, coach. Like, seriously, you could definitely tell she was affected. There we go. I'm out. You're making Goat really, really admire your character. I really want to show this episode of Goat now. Not because of that specific Goat scene, but I think he might actually find enjoyment in this. This is just amazing. I don't know what he's doing, but hopefully it's smart.
No, not that way neither.
I like how this episode is really... Okay, granted, I'm that type of guy who likes to see my villains go as far as they physically can. But this episode is supposed to be like, okay, they're failing a lot. That's good, right? They're villains. But I really want them to get up there and get the bell.
Now just calm down there, Philly.
You calm down. Ponies are supposed to do what I ask them to do. It's like my thing, okay?
It's like my thing. Man, this mountain hates you. But a lot of things do, so hey, it's fine.
Apparently, I don't need any pony else.
I will admit, out of everyone, there you go. Out of everyone, you have gotten the quote-unquote furthest just by walking. a fair deal and using your abilities, but apparently nothing is strong enough to get through that. Oh, hey, Cozy. He's not even trying. He's making him.
To the top. Surprise, surprise.
You didn't make it to the top either.
I wasn't trying.
You didn't try to. What? It took about 5 minutes to deduce that Grogar was right. None of us could make it up alone.
And with that,
rather than subject myself to the elements, I decided
Tyrk is the smartest.
to face the danger.
Tyrk is the smartest.
And
Confirmed.
use it to my advantage.
I put up with your "I'm smarter than you" attitude in Tartarus, but I'm over it.
I had enough of you trying to manipulate me with that insincere, syrupy sweetness. At least now we can see the real you.
there you go.
This is not the real me.
Yes, it is.
And lovable.
Oh, right. And all those unique facial expressions. Granted.
And you
Is that the Jersey Devil? They did put the Jersey Devil here? Or is that supposed to be the Jersey Devil? As soon as I see like a bull thing, I think it's the Jersey Devil. It's probably something different. It looks like a snake.
don't you dare bring Gram into this. This is your fault.
Of course it is. Okay, I don't know this creature very much. Oh, Chrysalis. Doing what she does best, and I'm not talking about the transforming thing. Absorbed his love. Now we're gonna see that, like, how it goes.
So much love. I haven't eaten this well in ages.
That was a buffet for you.
So gross.
Okay, it wasn't the Jersey
Just
Devil.
so we're
The
clear,
Jersey Devil's not part
I
snake.
didn't save you because I like
I'll look
you.
that up later.
I did it because I.
It's not because I want to work with you or anything.
Yes.
Yay! Tsundere Chrysalis!
Wait. Now tell me everything you learned today. Leave nothing out.
This dude here saw the win. Was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Just made himself.
Minute of love?
I always
Love it.
save a little for the next day.
You cocoon all of your meals?
Of course.
And
So when you pony nap Twilight and the others, you cocooned them.
Yes. Until that sow, Starlight Glimmer, freed them, corrupted my subjects, and stole my hive.
Those ponies.
why didn't you do it the first time?
Turncoat Discord. Sent him into helping me capture his so-called friends.
Discord was really something until friendship ruined him.
You
Oh.
should have seen Twilight's face.
I like how they kind of still were like, man, Discord was the best of
She
us.
was all.
They're bonding!
So stressed out all the time.
When I posed as her former foal sitter, I thought she was going to implode.
Always find something that you can relate to, and that is the hatred of your enemies.
Magic from Equestria.
Oh, magic was a little excessive, don't you think?
I think big. Besides,
When you're small.
it would have been worth it just to see Twilight and her friends bow down to me.
It's like, man, the grudge against them is.
Wouldn't love to see those prissy ponies realize they lost everything.
I would.
I'm a pathetic pony princess. I made a detailed list of
If this was live action, her doing this would be like, haha, I made it into the scene. Pay me.
You know, working with you two may not be the worst thing.
No, it is gonna be the worst thing. In the baddest way possible.
Destruction of our enemies.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Do the pathetic princess thing again.
Oh, there you go.
I'm okay.
Who cares? Again, like, this is, it's just turned Cosmic Space Bear. Helping! Ah, teamwork! For an evil cause! Oh man, I like how we also get to see like the various animals that we got to see throughout the series as well. Man, T-Rex a nimble dude. No one pony can get up there, but 3 specifically characterized people can.
Can you absorb it and make it go away?
I can only absorb magic from living beings.
Like her?
Betrayal!
It's not betrayal. He needs more strength.
If T-Rex absorbs your energy, he might be strong enough to break through.
And then?
Then he gives it back.
You give it back.
Mm-hmm.
Give back?
How do I know you won't
How-
take my magic and leave me?
What? How do you uncrush something?
Okay, normally, yes, we would.
I'll give you your magic back.
Do it.
Oh my god. Sacrifice.
So much power! Welcome back, baby! It's not big enough for me.
You gotta go in, Cozy.
Keep it open, or I'll be trapped forever!
Would that be so terrible?
We need her.
Can't hold much longer!
Jesus. Did we just literally have an intense scene revolving 3 of the main bad guys? Come on, Tarek. You're a man of your word. That's another reason why I like you.
I wasn't sure you were going to give it back.
Neither was I. But working together seemed smarter than to continue fighting.
When we helped each other, it felt better somehow.
I haven't felt like this since before I lost my hive.
Ah!
Having others who will be there for you is pleasing.
Ah! Ah!
These years, taking power from ponies.
When you use your power to help others...
Yes, it feels... No!
Good? Yeah.
The magic of friendship is like a disease, an infection that spreads to those around you. I watched it infect my hive. I will not let it get me.
Same!
Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But Roger said we have to work together.
Which is part
Rogar
of
is
friendship.
too powerful.
Yeah?
Something must be done about that. Let
Well, you do have his
Rogar
bell.
think we're his loyal servants. In the meantime, we'll hatch our own plan.
Ooh, I love a good backstabbing.
After that, we can go back to trying to destroy each other.
Yeah!
Time. What do we do with this?
But let me just say, if I'm at full power, you guys are screwed.
Retrieve the bell!
We're sorry, Almighty Grogar.
We worked together as you asked.
We just aren't as powerful as you.
Ah! Obviously. At least you finally did as you were told and worked together.
Of course.
Whatever you command.
Forget about that old bell. You were
When you're so mad, you just make a door for
so much
yourself.
more powerful when we work as a team.
Okay. Alright, now, this obviously has nothing to do with anything. It's more of just like a standard nitpick of no discernible reason whatsoever, because I do not know how this Grogar worked. Neither did I know how the other Grogar worked very well back in Generation 1. But, you know, when you're... It's kind of like Snoke in The Last Jedi. There's a lot of Last Jedi stuff when I'm watching these series, I'll say, for some weird reason. But it's kind of like The Last Jedi. When you have Snoke, this very powerful dude who can connect 2 people with the Force across the galaxy. I don't know exactly what you mean, what's in your head when I say across the galaxy. You know how big a galaxy is? You know how big our solar system is. Think that, but like times like quintillion, alright? Galaxies are pretty big. So when you get to connect 2 people with the Force from 2 different sides of the galaxy, use force lightning, use different types of force pulling, you basically be sort of a god in this sort of way. You're doing things that many people didn't even think possible with the force. But then you can't tell with your force abilities that a little lightsaber is inching its way towards your body to then stab it and cut you in half. then that's just pretty pathetic. You go from being an awesome dude to just a pathetic piece of sand in the rest of the beach. And that was one of my main disappointments, but I kind of got over that over the years. As for this, you got Grogar. He's being powerful. He's being this. He's being that. He's able to just subdue them instantaneously with the current level of strength that they have. And this guy's bell is his main source of power. Yet he doesn't have like a sensing mechanism to find his bell. That is literally right behind a rock. You would think the bell still has some of his magic essence inside of it because it is his bell. So you think his magic would be able to connect with the bell in some way. Obviously, this is pure headcanon on my part. So the only reason why it bothers me is because I'm thinking too hard about it. And it's just, hey, is this a bell? He can't just think it. He can't just see it. He can't just see where it is and sense it. And maybe he doesn't have that capability. And I'm like, sure. And plus, there weren't many times in the series that showcase that if a person has magical connection with something, they can immediately sense it. Obviously, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it's kind of like, come on, Grogar, you're this powerful, but you can't be as powerful as just sensing things is like the weakest form of magic in many different types of other shows, and yet they don't really have that here. That's all I gotta say. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with the writing level. It has nothing to do with anything. It's purely a man. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could sense your own magic? It's right there. It is literally right there. Okay, now to actually sing this episode's praises as much as feasibly possible, because this is one of those fantastic episodes. It almost makes me upset that it's not like a midway season thing. Which actually also excites me, because since it's not a midway season thing, it's also highly possible we get another episode like this later down the line before the actual end episode, and we get to see more of what Cozy Glow, Chrysalis, and Tyrek have in store for Grogar, since we're having a backstabbing thing. But as for me, no offense to Tyrek, but I kind of like Grogar more than him, so I really hope that Grogar sees through this, finds a way to get his bell back all the way through and just decimate, because I'm detecting, since the seeds of doubt are planted, that we're going to get Cozy Glow's, T-Rex, and Chrysalis's reformation to the good side. I'm not saying this is 100%, but it's highly probable at this point, now that they taste what friendship is like just with each other. What about with the rest of Equestria, and just being good, and Grogar being the only true chaotic neutral character left around. Just think about it. How can you top Tyrek as being his villain, Chrysalis doing her villain things, what Kozuko tried to do? The best way to top everything off and end off the entirety of this generation would be to make Grogar fight every other villain that we pretty much had at this point, with exceptions, of course, being Nightmare Moon and stuff. Every other villain that came before, and decimating, pretty much. And of course, Twilight and the magic of friendship wins the day again with the same thing. You have the low point, then the high point is she gains the friendship of the people who were enemies in the past, taking down this one evil, and I can see that happening. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen, but that happening pretty much would put a lid on everything. You take out the final bad guy with the villains that you had along the way, all with the magic of friendship that they had to find out on their own, thanks to Grogar, ironically, to come together. So yeah, the beginning of this episode pretty much does not waste anything. It goes right out of the gate, showing that this is going to be a pure villain episode with a cameo of Twilight, and that was thanks to Chrysalis, and I like that. None of the other main six were part of this. It was just them, and that's what makes it incredible. I want to look up that one bull beast, because it's like, oh man, Jersey Devil. No, not. And plus, I don't believe the Jersey Devil even is a bull. Is he a bull? I remember the Jersey Devil, a type of design back in American Jack and Jake Long, but that type of creature is definitely interesting. It's like a mix between a Gorgon and a Jersey Devil. I might look it up later on my own time. But this episode had nothing to do with that thing. This episode has everything to do with showcasing the strengths and weaknesses of each character. What I like about this episode is shows that Tyrek has little weakness. Well, of course, his weakness would be that he can't get up the mountain himself like everyone else can. It's like, Cozy Glow can't get up the mountain using her main ability, being manipulation and slight. Using her words to basically get what people what she wants from other people. She can't do that when someone's very stubborn, or should I say, just has a civic duty, or his own civic duty, or whatever, to make it so no one gets up the mountain. And plus, he already learned what friendship is like through Twilight's book, so it's like it's not gonna work out. So she failed immediately. Out of everyone, Chrysalis got the furthest, almost getting there completely. By using her own base form, scare factor, and all the different transformations she has access to her to get through any terrain. But the wind was just way too rough for the rock thing, rock transformation to even get close. So, and then you have T-Rex, who just walked up, saw that this is pointless, and just said, "Screw it, I'll wait until they get back." I love T-Rex so much. So much. He's just, I'm just gonna wait, and then he did, and then they came, and then they hung out a little bit, bonded over the fact that they hate things, and they became mutual friends, and just frenemies is what frenemies is what this episode calls itself. Then, using their combined efforts of their the transformations from Chrysalis, just the essence of Grogar. The essence of Grogar and the nimbleness, small flight of Cozy, they were able to get all the way to the mountain, and then you get the barrier. This isn't even full power T-Rex. This is a slightly Grogar amped with all of Queen Chrysalis' magic amped Grogar, and he's able to pierce through a barrier that should be a very powerful barrier at this point. But he's only able to keep it open for like a solid maybe half a minute to help have Cozy Glow get the bell. I'm happy they didn't actually show how Cozy Glow went and got the bell, and just showed the struggle that T-Rex was going through, showing all that entire moment is really trying to mess with your head. These are the villains, and you're rooting for them to get a job to help another villain out. You are rooting for the bad guys. They're giving you a moment to hopefully have T-Rex keep a portal open so Cozy Glow, one of my least favorite villains, I'm still saying that, to get out of the barrier. I was like, whoa, they're working together, greatness. So having everyone trust each other at that point. Everyone trusts each other. Having Chrysalis trust T-Rex to give her magic back. Having T-Rex just trust everyone at this point. Trust everyone, and trusting his own abilities, and trusting his own hubris to keep to his word. What if it's one thing that we learned from T-Rex back in season 4 is that he is a man of his word. Despite being extremely powerful, getting what he wants and what he needs, he's still willing to give Discord back. He's still willing to give all her friends back. He didn't have to do that, but he did. And this showcases again. He has his own sense of morality. And Cozy Glow trusting T-Rex to keep it open long enough to do it, and they all trust each other at that point, and that really had a real synergy. One of the best things about this episode is that we get a villain song. Boy howdy, I was happy about that. Man, Better Way to Be Bad, I'm gonna guess is what it's called, but I'm gonna look up the song. But I like to call it that's way. It's basically We Are Number One, but this villain's version. I need to teach you a better way to be villains. Oh man, I miss Robbie. In any case, this episode was fantastic, and definitely just gonna hold the #1 spot on my favorite episode in general, and in season 9. Like at this point, like. Yeah, you can't beat this. You can't beat this when you got a guy who's been rooting for the villains in certain aspects throughout this series for a long time. Again, I want to throw this out again. I was really happy that Chrysalis is like, man, Discord was great before friendship got to him. They really all had a mutual respect for, well, at least, T-Rex and Chrysalis, who were around long enough to know about Discord's like past aggressions. And I'm not saying anything like this is going to be like another way for Discord. Discord's going to help somehow. The only thing is, it's going to be interesting how they're either going to take him out of the picture, or have him help in his own weird way, or help but fail. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. how they're gonna work that, how they're gonna work around that. So yeah, in the end, this episode was fantastic. There's nothing about this episode that I can actually nitpick, other than the bell being literally behind a rock, and the guy who's the owner of the bell can't even notice / sense it in any way. But again, that's just like a personal thing that has nothing to do with the series. I'm gonna say that very plain and clear. Nothing to do with the series. I'm like, dude, it would have been convenient, right? If you could just sense your bell. Oh man. But hopefully, again, whatever backstabbing plan they got in store will not work. I want Grogar to win, at least as long as he has to, until the end of the series comes out, and then I will be sad because then the end of the series is here. Oh man. So okay, well that's the end of the recap there and review. For those of you who want to know more about me, I guess, then stick around. If not, you're free to go. You don't have to stick around here. It's fine. So I'm moving from this apartment to another apartment in downtown Austin because, well, the commute to get to work sucks. And since I'm getting an internship over at Rooster Teeth, I need to be closer to Rooster Teeth. If I'm not closer to Rooster Teeth, I'm currently going to work 3 days a week. 3 days a week, and it takes at least 6 hours of my time, because it takes 6 hours each and every day to get there and get back. And that's a lot of time just wasted, just sitting down doing nothing. So, and when I get to Rooster Teeth, I gotta work 4 days a week. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know, all those days of me getting up at 6 to 5, walking to my bus stop, taking the bus, taking the transit, getting off the transit, walking again, getting to my location, got to my location, do my work, and then rinse and repeat. So I never did the math, but if I have to take 6 hours of every day out of my life, and I'm interested in how much time am I wasting just sitting down doing nothing? That's interesting. So 6 times 7, that'd be 42. That'd be 42 hours. 42 hours. If I do not move from this location, and I'm going to Rooster Teeth and my sushi job, every single week I am missing 2 days of my life. Almost 2 days of my entire life. And that sucks. So by moving from here to closer to my job it only takes 10 to 15 minutes to get to both locations. I am literally smack dab in the middle of both Rooster Teeth and my original job. So if I move at that apartment, I get up, like instead of at 6, I can wake up at 8 and go to work. And when I get to work, it's just 15 minutes to get there. And then I get back 15 minutes, boom, an extra another 2 hours of my life back to me. So yeah, the only downside about these things is that now that since I'm leaving Goat and Seth, I will have to be paying my own rent, and so I will have to take up more time at my job so I can get more money. So I'm sacrificing time to get more money, / sacrificing money to get more time. It's weird, but it works at the same time. With that, I'm able to have more time, and since I'm by myself, one of the main reasons why I don't really do like other type of reactions, and why sometimes I actually have to postpone doing a reaction to MLP, is because Seth and Josh are really loud gamers, and when I say really loud gamers, they talk like a lot when they're on Discord talking to their friends, when they're playing their Destinies and their Harvest mountains or whatever. And I always find that to be very disruptive, and you hear them in the background. They get picked up on the mic, and I'd rather a solo experience. Plus, I'm also self-conscious. I don't like really doing things when other people are around very much. Unless I am unaware that they are around, I don't usually do it. And this is the primary fact. So if I'm by myself and I just walk in and I have really not much else to do, I say, okay, might as well do some reactions. I'm gonna sit down, watch some videos, and record them. And this will just be back to the old thing. I'm not entirely sure where I'm gonna start when it comes back to doing React Sundays or React Week. again, because it's been so many weeks at this point. It's gonna take a lot for me to make it up for everyone that's been supporting me on Patreon. And by the way, to everyone who's still watching this and is still supporting me on Patreon, I have to thank you dearly again. Hopefully down the line this will get better. Hopefully down the line. But hey, this will be the first time I said this and things didn't. So at least I'm trying. Not many people can say that. So there's that front. So basically, the main reason why I'm just doing My Little Pony things right now is because I'm preparing for that commute. It's gonna take a little bit. I got a new big TV, and that's gonna take a lot to get around, and plus getting to a location and back is still gonna be fun. So as soon as everything's done, I'm gonna do an update video showing that I am in my new location, and then hopefully I should be there in the next couple of weeks. I have no clue. I know it's supposed to be somewhere around next to this month. So yeah, this is Do You Want to Be Universe. I'll see you next time. Fantastic episode again. Bye.